Hey, welcome back to the channel, Bookworms and Constant Readers. So some of you are probably wondering, where has she been? Well, that's why I'm putting this video out. I am way behind on videos. I have been really sick for the last 2.5 weeks. They don't know what was wrong with me. So over 2 weeks ago now, I started feeling really tired and like I was gonna get sick. I'm hardly ever sick, by the way. And we had come home from running errands and I laid down to go to sleep, and it was like 27 hours later, I finally woke up, and my wife was really worried. She said that she couldn't wake me up, and that the only reason she didn't call an ambulance was because I was still breathing. But I woke up, and for like 4 or 5 days, I had a fever between like 102 and 104, and all I did was sleep. 90% of my time was spent sleeping. I didn't do any reading, nothing. They took a test for the virus that cannot be named on YouTube, and that came back negative. They did a bunch of other tests. They had no idea what was wrong with me. The only symptoms I had was I was really tired and I was running a low to high fever. And I say low to high because depending on when you took it, the lowest it was for like 5 days was like 100, and they consider that a low fever. Most of the time it was like 102, 103. There was a couple times it was like 104, 104 and a half. So I started feeling better after about 7 days. I was able to stay up most of the day. I started getting back to doing normal things. I had planned on making videos and then editing them and getting them out. And I started feeling bad again. And so I took my temperature and my fever was back. And so it was another like 3 days of not doing much of anything but sleeping and taking medication to get the fever down. And then it just went away and I was fine. Towards the end, I had a like dry cough, but that was it. They have no idea what it was or anything. So now I'm back. I'm trying to catch up on videos. I figured I'd make this short update video because some things have changed on the channel. I didn't do a new intro for this video because I didn't want you wondering like what was that all about. I figured I'd tell you, and then the next video I would do it. So I think I have finally settled on a name or brand for this channel, and some of you may have noticed that it has changed to Final Girl Horror. I wanted to tell you where that came from. So ever since I was little, I have loved horror movies, horror novels, and I've had so many family and friends tell me, you would totally survive a horror movie. You're smart enough, you're strong enough, you would be the final girl, the one who survives. And I always thought that was funny, because they all, would say, yeah, we would all totally be dead. You'd be the one that make it out tell the tale. Um, and while I was sick, when I got to feeling better, I was watching horror movies because it's October, and that's when I watch the most horror movies is in October. But I watch horror movies all year round. It's my favorite thing. I got to thinking like that would be a perfect name for the channel. This channel focuses on horror. It focuses on thrillers. Yes, I do put sci-fi and fantasy out there, but the main focus of this channel is horror novels. That's why I started this channel. Now, granted, if you go back and look at my earliest videos, the first book I talk about is The Witcher, and I do the whole Witcher series. And it took me a while to put Stephen King on the channel. Some of you requesting it is what led to me doing that, because I really didn't want to start in the middle of his catalog. And you viewers were like, we don't care about that. Let's talk about Stephen King. So that's when I started putting more horror stuff on the channel. The channel does cover everything, but this channel's like bread and butter. It's niche in the YouTube booktuber world is horror novels. I think fantasy is so overdone. Everybody talks about fantasy. Everybody is talking about dramas and rom-coms. But there's not a lot of us out here that are doing horror novels. And granted, the real heyday of horror has kind of waned. It was really big from like the 60s to the early 2000s. And the 70s and 80s, I mean, that was like the pinnacle of horror novels. Everybody was reading horror novels. So yeah, going forward, Final Girl Horror is the name of the channel. Welcome to the channel. Videos coming up. So I finished Les Mis. It's not a horror novel. It's classic. I finished book 2. I'm going to do a video on that. Excuse me. I also have a huge 33 book book haul that I'm going to be putting out. And then I'm doing one video. It's not related to any of the content on the channel. I'm just putting it out there to help other motorcycle riders like myself. And it is a review of some motorcycle fairings that I bought. And that's kind of a long video. I think it's at like 40, 45, 50 minutes. It's pretty long. I am over halfway through with Finders Keepers, which is book 2 in the Bill Hodges trilogy by Stephen King. So hopefully in a week or so that video will be out. It'll probably be another, I would say 3 to 4 weeks before a Les Mis video comes out, because I just started book 3. But that's where we're at. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you think about the name of the channel. Do you like it? Do you hate it? If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down. Please subscribe. Ring the bell. I really want to grow this channel. Till next time, read more books.